Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with the Anastasia Beverly Hills X Carli Bybel palette, which kind of just came out of nowhere, just like the jacket I know. I don't know what's going on. There's a lot of launches. ABH is like just spitting them out like nothing. They're trying to kill 2019 with all of these products. I appreciate it. I love their products. I think they do amazing quality products. Do I think it's a little much? Absolutely. I am so overwhelmed with the amount of makeup that comes out on a weekly basis by every brand across the board. I cannot keep up with it. It's a little much, but we're going to be talking about this palette. I'm going to be trying it on my eyes, and you guys can be the judge of it. Definitely leave your comments down below. I don't have all the details of the palette in terms of launch date and price, so I will leave that in the description box. So I'll probably leave a comment pinned at the top in the comment section with any links and information on the actual palette. But for today, I'm just going to be trying it on for the first time. I'm going to show you guys some swatches. And yeah, that's about it. Let's go ahead and get into it. So to start off with, I'm going to go in with Bybel, this beautiful shade over here. I think out of all the matte shades, this is probably my favorite shade because I don't have one of these colors in my collection. Just so you guys know, there is a ton of kickback when you go into the palette. Like, you do get quite a bit of eyeshadows. This is pretty standard with ABH eyeshadows, but I do feel like that was quite a bit. Just using my Sephora Pro crease brush, I'm gonna pop that shade on the crease and just really diffuse it and use that as my transition shade. See, this is a really pretty shade. It's almost like taupey. Like, it's not super cool tone, it's not super warm tone. I get hints of pink and purple in there with some kind of blue undertone. It's really nice. Ooh, I really like this color. It's really, really pretty, super easy to blend, and I love the way that it layered on top of each other. I feel like it got deeper and more intense as you pick up more product, and again, blends out really nicely. So no complaints there. I'm going to take the color Bobbi. This one over here, I don't even know how to describe this color. It's almost like a cool tone brownish gray color, and I'm going to pop that on the outer half of my eyes. I'm using the same exact brush. You guys have probably seen a really similar look to this. This is just the kind of eyeshadow style that I like to do. So I hope you guys do not mind. We like to smoke out the outer half and keep the lids really shimmery. That's kind of like what I tend to go for when it comes to doing my eyeshadows, or I do something extra simple. Ooh, these are pairing up really nicely. Really, really nicely. So now I'm just grabbing a clean brush. This is from Morphe X Jaclyn Hill, the JH30. And I'm grabbing those two shades together. So Bybel and Bobbi. And I'm just going right in the crease area, just on the outer half, and really smoothing that out, making sure there's no harsh lines or anything like that. I'm cool with that. So now for the entire lids, I do feel like she did put in some really gorgeous lid shades. I'm finding all these over here pretty unique, especially these three over here, which is OA, Jody, and Libra. They're very, very stunning and different. I think I want to try Jody and OA. Those are the ones that are really standing out to me. OA looks like a goodness of shimmer and just iridescence, and then Jody just looks like a beautiful shade for like a smoky look, and it will go really nicely with my very casual t-shirt. So what I'm going to do is grab Jody first on my finger and just go ahead and tap that all over the lids, but keeping the very far outer half of my lids not with that color. So we're going to keep it matte. Super pigmented as always. We are used to that with Anastasia Beverly Hills. Oh, that color is gorgeous. It's like this blue gray tone. Absolutely stunning. Stunning, stunning, stunning. So then I'm going to grab the color OA and I'm going to put that mainly on the center of the lids. I just want to see how it's going to look actually first. Okay. I don't see like a huge difference between the two now that I am applying them close together. They are quite similar. I just feel like OA has a bit of that iridescent sparkle in it, which adds a different element, but they are very, very similar in the undertone. So, yeah. Just grabbing the color Bybel and going over everything to make sure there's no harsh lines. So I am back from doing the rest of my makeup, and this is what everything turned out to be. So on to the Carli Bybel x Anastasia Beverly Hills. I did not see this coming. It just was like a total surprise, just like the Jackie Aina palette. I really didn't think that there was another collab because they just came out with the Jackie Aina and then the 3 Norvina Pro palettes. So this is really a surprise, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit overwhelmed with the launches. They are definitely a lot back to back, and it can get a bit much. The packaging looks like this, and I'm gonna be quite honest and say that I'm not a fan of this packaging. I do feel like it makes the palette look quite cheap in my opinion, and I'm really sorry about that. No offense to anyone. I don't like the packaging. I don't like these rhinestone looking things. They're not real. They have a little bit of texture to them. I'm not a fan of the font and the pink. I really wish that it was a little bit more simplistic, or I don't know. I'm not feeling the packaging. I feel like it cheapens the product. Now, as for the actual eyeshadow, you guys know the standard look of the ABH palettes. We have the same amount of eyeshadows and the layout. So in this palette, she has 6 mattes and 8 shimmers. So there is quite a bit of product within this one. What I do like about the color selection is that they are quite unique. I don't find that there is another ABH palette that I can grab and it looks similar to this one. It's very, very unique. And I also want to say that you can create a ton of looks. Some of the eyeshadows may look a little bit weird because they don't go completely well. When I first look at the palette, I'm like, I don't see the story behind the palette, but I can definitely see a ton of the shades complementing the shimmers, like the mattes with the shimmers, like Steve and Aura would look gorgeous, or even Steve with My Angels would look gorgeous. And then Bybel, which is my favorite shade from the palette when it comes to the mattes, can go with pretty much all of the shades in here. So I definitely feel like she selected some really unique shades that will look gorgeous on many, many people. I do wish that there was a darker shade in here, because if you're my skin tone or darker, or you just want to have that smoky, dark, smoky look, especially on the lower lash line, you really want to smoke it out, you're going to have a hard time, because the darkest shade is what is this, Bowie, and and it's not like super intense, so you're going to have to grab another eyeshadow that is either super dark black or dark brown or a black, because yeah, this shade is not like super deep or anything like that. It's almost like this cool tone brown shade. So that's the only thing that I wish there was in this palette, something a little bit more towards the black, just to create those really smoky looks. Now, this palette does have quite a bit of kickback when you go into it, and we're all very used to that when it comes to the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadows. It doesn't really bother me as long as it's not like crazy like the subculture. I'm okay with that, as long as the actual eyeshadows perform well on the eyes and they blend out really well, which I'm pleased to say that they do. They blend out beautifully. They're smooth, they're pigmented, and I didn't get a ton of fallout under my eyes, which is awesome. I noticed that with their latest 3 palettes, they've been very minimal fallout with me, at least. And I always tap off the excess product off of my brush before going onto the face. Overall, the palette is beautiful. It is pigmented. It performs really well. Is this a unique standalone palette? I'm kind of like 50-50 with this one. I do like a lot of the shimmers in here, and I love Bybel, but I don't know. I don't know if I can say you need this in your life. Like the Jackie Aina palette, I think that every brown girl needs that palette. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I've definitely fallen in love with this one, with that one. This one, I'm kind of in the middle. I like it, but I'm not crazy about it just yet. I'd have to play around with it, but just initial first impressions, I kind of just look at this palette and I say it's nice. And that is it for my review, really. That's just a first impression. It's not like a full-on review. I've been playing around with it for a while. This is a new launch. I just received this probably 2 days ago, and I wanted to get this video out to you guys and let you guys know my opinion. I know it can get a little crazy when it comes to the makeup world because there are so many launches and you feel like the pressure to buy everything, but just really take your time, test out products, go into Sephora, swatch them, and then decide, because makeup is very expensive. And out of all of the launches this year when it comes to palettes from Anastasia Beverly Hills, I would honestly say that the Jackie Aina palette is my favorite, and that one I would recommend to anyone. The Carli Bybel one is just kind of okay to me right now. I can live without it. That's what I'm basically saying. Definitely let me know your feedback down below. I want to know, what are you thinking of all these launches? Not just from Anastasia Beverly Hills, but from brands across the board. It's just a lot. Do you like it? Do you find it overwhelming? Is it like taking away from the excitement? For me, it definitely does that sometimes because it's just so overly saturated. We don't have that time to like miss a new collection, miss a new launch. So yeah, it's definitely overwhelming for me. So that is it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, leave your comments down below, and I will see you guys on the next video. Ciao.